Hello everyone. Today we're going to show you how to modify your N64 controller. We're going to be replacing the original analog stick for the N64 controller with the GameCube style analog stick. So you'll be using this if your controller has been used a lot and it just doesn't run as well as you'd want it to because it's all worn down and everything. So yeah, let's get right to it. So we're going to be using a household tool, the Phillips screwdriver, and pretty much we're going to be flipping to the back. As you can see, there are 7 holes here, and then there's 2 in the interior of this slot. If you can, sorry, you can't really see it that well, but there's one here and there's one there. So pretty much this screwdriver is going to be responsible for picking out each of these holes. So, we're getting to the last few screws. Make sure you keep these 7 screws on one side while these 2 are going to be on the other side because they are smaller. And you want to make sure you get them in the right spot. So I'm going to go ahead and take out this last screw real fast. And there we go. So, once you get all the screws out, you're just going to pull this off. Now the L and R buttons are going to fall off. It doesn't really matter because you can put them together. The one thing I do warn you about though is this cord. Because as you can see, it's positioned to a way where if you move it, it's a real pain to get back. And it can be very tedious. So pretty much from here, now that we're in the interior of the controller, we are going to be taking this panel. If you can see the ridge marks on it, you're just going to be pulling it by that on the thumb. Don't be scared, it won't break or anything. So you're going to take that off, and then after that, you're going to go ahead and just pull this part up. It'll also feel like it's going to break, but not to worry, that's fine. And once you do that, you're going to go ahead and take the screwdriver again, and you're just gonna, there's 3 screws here. They should be silver, but the color doesn't matter. All you need to know is there's one on the left, one on the right, and there's 2 here. But you don't want to take out this, because that's just for accessing this analog in the interior. So you're just gonna take out these 3. Also make sure that they are organized and not with the others. And again, I'm going to mention that the cord is going to get very tedious. And there's no way really around it. Sometimes it'll just mess up while you're taking the exterior off. Anyways, so we got that. So here's the old crappy analog stick. And simply we're just going to backtrack. So we're going to go ahead and place this GameCube controller analog stick into the interior of the N64. We are going to slide this in. We want to make it nice and tight so we can really get the response in the control stick while we're playing games. And you're just simply going to put this back in place just like that. We're going to go ahead and see if the wire is snug and fit enough to put back on. And we're going to reposition the L and R buttons. Alright, let's see if it fits. So once you get this in place, we're going to go ahead and reassemble by placing the screws in. All 7 up here and the 2 in the slot. Alright, so I'm on my last screw, which is one of these slot screws. So I'm going to show you a tip for this. Pretty much you're going to be placing the screw on the side because you can't actually fit your hand all the way in there. So you can get very lucky sometimes, but otherwise it's very tedious. So you're going to go ahead and put it in the side. You're going to push it in with the screwdriver. Alright, and then you're just going to adjust it to where it goes into the hole. Alright, we screwed in everything. We got the 2 back here and the 7 in front. And here is the controller with the GameCube analog. As you can see, it snaps right back right away. This does 2 in a way, but the response is almost not there. When you try moving forward, you won't actually go your full potential in the game. You'll only be at walking speed. When in this, it's very sensitive. It's a good product. You can buy the analog itself on Amazon. That's where I purchased mine. And it's pretty quick to complete this task. So we're going to go ahead and show you how it works. So here's the controller. We have Mario 64 in. And as you can see, the controller is plugged in. And if you look here, it is synced. Alright, so we're just going to test this out, see if I can get the star just fine, if the controls are alright. So far, it feels very nice. Taking some shortcuts here. I have no complaints at all. This already feels better than the original N64 controller. You can see I've already collected the star. Alright, that was very quick, and I think the controller suits very nicely for this type of game. Now let's see what it feels like on a vehicle game, Rogue Squadron. Alright, here we are with Rogue Squadron, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Really good game, but enough on that. We're going to go ahead and load up. GAP. It doesn't really matter what level we'll do, but I would rather be an A-Wing, personally. Go ahead and pick this already. Alright, let's see how this controls on the GameCube analog. Seems just fine. The sensitivity seems perfect, though, which is pretty cool. Obviously, there's not much I could show about it. I could just talk about how it feels, and to me, it feels just fine. I did that on purpose. Don't think that was the analog. But yeah, no, it is perfect though. It's not too sensitive, but it's sensitive enough to where it makes a difference, and it's actually really good. Also, to point out, this does not ever wear out. So, I'm going to turn this off. Overall, the product is great, and the durability is a lot better than the original N64 controller. I highly recommend it. So if you're thinking about modding your N64 controller with the GameCube analog stick, just go on Amazon, purchase it, and good luck.